Hello everyone, welcome back. I'm Stacy and this is the For Bricks and Giggles YouTube channel. For today's video, I wanted to do something a little bit different. I just hit 2 years on YouTube and I realized I really have never shared on my channel how I got here. I've kind of told my story on other people's podcasts about getting into Lego as a kid and kind of the journey I went through to end up doing what I do today, but I don't think I've ever really shared that whole story on my own platform. So I thought I'd kind of go through that today. I've gotten a lot of new subscribers on YouTube, a lot of new followers on TikTok and Instagram, and sometimes I share information on some of those platforms and forget to do it on all of them. So I wanted to do that today, kind of in celebration of my 2 years on YouTube. So I am a child of the 90s and I didn't get into Lego until really the late 90s. So 97, 98, somewhere in there. I would have been 5 or 6 at the time. I think when we first got some Lego bricks in our house, it was through a cereal box. I can't remember what cereal. I think it was Kellogg's. It was just random pieces included in a cereal box. Back when cereal boxes had super awesome prizes. Man, what a time to be a kid. But it started there and then started getting little tiny sets. I don't know who all is familiar with KB Toys, but those are really some of the first sets I remember getting were from a KB Toys. It was called Telephone Repair, just a little vehicle and a little platform with a telephone booth and a little shrub. But I loved that set. I still have it. My parents have always been really supportive of this hobby, and so I still have every Lego set I've ever purchased or been given since 1997. So 25 years of loving Lego. And from there, obviously, the obsession grew, the sets we got grew. I'm going to try and include some pictures and video clips here at the beginning, so they'll kind of be randomly scattered during this. So you can see, I particularly remember my birthday, decorating a birthday cake when I was a kid that I had drawn the Lego logo, my own ability of drawing the Lego logo. And a local place would print anything you wanted on a birthday cake, and so they printed that drawing I had done on my birthday cake, and then I stuck a bunch of my favorite minifigures on the birthday cake. I think that was maybe like my 8th or 9th birthday, somewhere in there. So once we started getting Lego in our house, we really never stopped. I can't remember a Christmas without it, or a birthday or anything like that. Just constant Lego, which was
truck. Yeah, I wanted to make that. I made it one time. I remember you made it. Now you have it. Now we have a pizza meal.
Life is good.
Life is very good. It was a castle! And it helped it. Oh, no! Since you have to share it. That's fine. You know. Let's see how many pieces it has. Tracy. 524. Oh. The front open or no? You're not gonna get it. Yeah, that's fine. I'm gonna get it open. Alright, I'm opening mine, can I? Look at Lego. This is the best Christmas ever. I'm so happy.
which was awesome because as much as people try to say it wasn't, it used to be significantly more affordable, or there were more readily available sales to get sets for a more reasonable price. I know people tend to say that Lego has always been like outrageously expensive, and that's just not true. I remember it as a kid getting, I think it was like 3 for $10. You could get these little shell promotional sets, so super cheap, and they were great, fun little builds. Definitely affordable at the time for kids, which I really feel bad for kids today that it's not quite the same. So like I said, been buying Lego for almost 25 years. Lifetime love of Lego. So I go to college. I'm still buying and getting Lego fully through. A lot of people ask if I ever went through a dark age, and I didn't. Obviously, I think I got less Lego during my college years and just before because college is expensive and I didn't have as much money. but I did still ask for some sets for like Christmas and my birthday, like I said. So I never thought of doing anything with it as a career. I was a graphic design major in college. I got my degree, I graduated, and immediately had no interest in using my degree, which I think happens to a lot of people. You kind of get burned out while you're in school and then you want to try something different. So I actually went into health and wellness related fields, and I worked as a personal trainer for several years. I worked as a physical therapy tech for several years. I worked for a couple different chiropractors, which I really loved, but it just wasn't my true joy and passion in life. I've never liked working for other people. I like being my own boss, setting my own schedule, and I've always had that kind of entrepreneurial drive in myself, just doing odd jobs or trying to come up with different ways to make money so that I wouldn't have to work for other people. But eventually after college, I moved home and I started a little BrickLink store on January 1st, 2018. I had 100 lots when I opened my store. It was just random stuff from bulk lots I had gotten over the years that I was just like, I'm just gonna try this out and see how it goes. I got a sale my first day of opening my store. It was a bunch of white windows. I remember this. They were the white windows that go in like the Shrieking Shack and Original Christmas Train, and they're pretty expensive windows, but I was selling them for next to nothing because I had no idea what I was doing when I first sold on BrickLink. It has been amazing to see how BrickLink has changed in the last 4 to 5 years. Just so much change. It's awesome. But shortly after opening my store, I moved to Georgia, ran my store down there while I was working 2 other jobs. It was crazy. So working 2 jobs and trying to grow my BrickLink store at the same time, exhausting. I ended up moving back home, which was definitely for the best. I got what I thought was going to be my dream job, working as a physical therapy tech. And so I was working full time and also trying to grow my BrickLink store. So again, absolutely exhausting. I work all day and then I'd come home and fill orders, and if I didn't have orders I would be uploading. And at that time I started my Instagram page, so I was also trying to promote my ornaments that I was making on Etsy, and that's what I initially started my Instagram page for, was to promote my Christmas ornaments. So I was working full-time, BrickLink, trying to promote Etsy on Instagram. It was chaos to say the least. So probably 6 months later, I started my YouTube channel. So when I started my YouTube channel, I was putting out 2 YouTube videos a week. So it was working full-time, running a BrickLink store, trying to take pictures for Instagram to promote my Etsy store, so also running Etsy, and trying to make 2 YouTube videos a week. I honestly have no idea how I was doing it. I was lucky to be living at home so that at least my parents were feeding me, because I'm not sure I would have been eating had I not been living at home trying to do all of that. And I did that for probably at least a year. And then I was able to cut back to part-time at my job. And that's when I introduced TikTok as well. So I cut back to part-time. I also cut down to 1 YouTube video a week, but I started adding in TikTok as well. So this is one of those things where I just want to say, when people tell you they don't have time, that's probably not true. Obviously, I am a single person. I didn't have a family to take care of on top of all of that, but if it is a single person, I just feel like everyone has time if you're truly inspired by what you're doing and you truly have the drive to do what you're doing. Somewhere in there, I uploaded my first picture that wasn't a Christmas ornament to my Instagram account. The first picture that wasn't a Christmas ornament was a picture of me with my Superstar Destroyer. That was really the first picture that got me any kind of followers. It took me weeks to get 1 follower on Instagram. It was really hard, especially just posting ornaments. It took a long time for me to get any followers, and when I posted that, I picked up like 100 in a day. And so I was like, oh, okay, well, I'll try just building sets and taking photos with them and see where that goes. And that went over really well, and I still do that today. People love seeing the sets I have, and I just enjoy taking pictures, so it's a really nice combination of things where I get to take photos with the Lego sets I own. So I was doing that. I was attempting TikTok, which was so out of my comfort zone, but I highly recommend everyone try doing things that are out of your comfort zone, because if you're always comfortable, you will never grow as a person and maybe grow into the person you're supposed to be if you don't just give yourself that little push. So TikTok, I started out very slowly. Only when I was truly inspired by an audio clip would I make a TikTok for it. So then I started cross-posting those to Instagram as well. So all of this became chaos. I was trying to run a BrickLink store. I was making Christmas ornaments. I started selling off extra bulk on eBay. I was posting like 6 days a week. I would build a Lego set and post a picture of me with a Lego set. I was trying to make TikToks. I was trying to make YouTube videos. And I was still working 3 days a week at my job as a physical therapy tech. So really just insanity for 2 years until I was finally able to quit doing my job part-time and I could fully focus on all of this Lego craziness I had started as just a side hustle and to have some fun. So that became a dream come true. I never really thought I would be here doing this kind of stuff today. I'm still building up my BrickLink store. I'm still, obviously trying to get more subscribers, more followers, because the more you have, the more comfortably you can live. And I'm still working on paying off student loan debt so that I can eventually move out of my parents' house. So that's really where I'm at today. It's been really hard to get a set schedule so that I can keep a good balance between social media and still running my little BrickLink store and Etsy store and that kind of thing. Every day is a little bit different, but I absolutely love everything I get to do for all of this. Like I said, an absolute dream come true. Who knew when I was 4 or 5 years old and got a little poly bag of Lego bricks from a cereal box that this is where I would end up today. But it really has been a life-changing experience, and getting to look back on how far I've come, getting to scroll back to the beginning of my TikTok, the beginning of my Instagram grid, see my original YouTube videos. I can see myself grow up. I can see my confidence change. I can see my hair change. I know people love to comment on that, but I can see all kinds of growth, which is absolutely amazing. So I would also like to leave you all with this as a little bit of motivation for anybody who is considering starting their own business or doing something on social media, whether it's Lego or not. Just do it, because my first TikToks were terrible. My first Instagram posts were awful. My first YouTube video, horrendous. My first 10 YouTube videos, terrible. But you can't get better at things if you don't try them. And the internet can be a brutal place sometimes. I mean, people are always mean. You'll never escape trolls or haters or whatever, but getting to look back and see everything I've done, all the fun photos I've taken, all the incredible bulk lots I've gotten to go through. I've captured so many memories on video and in photographs, and you can't count on other people to take the pictures of you, to take video of you, and time will pass whether they do or not, and whether you do or not. So always take the photo. Even if you start an account and you post everything to private and then you just have it for yourself, I highly recommend it, because like I said, you will never get time back, and you're missing out on having a ton of fun if you don't take the photos, if you don't take the videos. I love looking back at how goofy I was. I have hidden some of my older stuff that I'm like, this is too cringy for even me to keep looking at, but don't wait for, the right time to do things. If you're really inspired to do something, you'll make the time, you'll find the time. Just get started. Don't wait until you have the perfect setup. Don't wait until you have the right amount of money or, whatever it is. Find a way. I started my business with no business loan and no place. It's literally set up in my room. If I waited until I could afford a place to set it up, or I waited until I could have a facility with, all the hundreds of little drawers instead of just starting in plastic bags and plastic shoe tubs, who knows if I ever would have started and ever gotten here today. But just try something. If you don't like it, try something else. I just want people to enjoy their lives to its fullest potential, because time will pass and you can't get it back. So take the photo, make a TikTok, try YouTube, open a BrickLink store, whatever it is. And if it's not Lego related, still run with it, have the time of your life, because I know I am, and I'm so grateful to be doing Lego related stuff full time now. So that's kind of my story of how I got here. I don't think I missed anything, but if you have questions, obviously, leave them in the comments below. I'm always happy to answer them. With this being my 2-year anniversary on YouTube, I can say my channel has changed somewhat since I started, but a lot of it is still pretty similar content. If there's anything else you all would like me to be doing, also leave that in the comments, because I'd love to hear your ideas of Lego related or not Lego related content you'd like to see. I'm ready for another year of growth. So thank you all for all of your support on all my platforms. If you enjoyed this video, like and subscribe, and I will see you all next time.